Welcome to the Dad Pod, episode 1, year 2026. Can y'all believe it? It is 2026. I remember being back in college in the year two when it went from 1999 to 2000, and everybody built bunkers underneath the ground. The world was going to come to an end. The apocalypse was here, and we're still here, folks. It's 2026, and we are still here. All right. Welcome to the Dad Pod with Brad Alexander. You got it, folks. And to be right honest with you, guys, I failed. 2025 was a miserable failure for me and the Dad Pod. You got it. I had these extravagant plans. I was going to do 50 episodes and interview 50 different people. Yeah, I think we had 3 episodes, and I think I interviewed 3 different people. So it was a total failure. So I'm not going to give up, and I hope you don't give up on me. So what are we going to do? Well, folks, to be honest with you, it's hard to get guests on a show. So let's do it without a show. Let's just be Brad and just talk about life, right? So my plan is to come to you. You got it, folks. Come to you once a week and let's enjoy life, right? Let's talk about current events. Let's write in the comments about what we believe without getting mad at each other. Current events, the real estate, of course, if you know me, I'm going to talk real estate. If you know me, I'm probably going to talk rodeo. I'm probably going to talk gymnastics. I was a high school football coach and basketball coach for 15 years. So that's probably going to chime in. What about all this NIL noise? Life as a dad, life as a business owner, life as a husband, life as a community advocate. Man, folks, so that's what the plan is. The plan is to bring to you 50 episodes. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can, but if you know me, I talk a lot. So I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes. And the Dad Pod is just to come to y'all once a week, 50 weeks out of the year, and just do a news session. So my first question to you is in the Dad Pod, started off, and me and the wife, the boss babe, Stephanie, we're probably going to do a video, one of those funny videos doing. But here's my question to you is, where do you get your news? Do you still turn your TV on at 6 o'clock every day or 5:30 and watch the local news? Or do you grab this thing, right? And do you get your news from TikTok? Do you get your news from Facebook, Instagram? I know Stephanie is much more into Instagram and I'm much more into Facebook, but do you watch videos on social outlets to get your news? Or do you turn your TV on at 6 o'clock at 5:30? So I would love to read your comment. To be honest with you folks, I don't turn the TV on, right? I go on my phone and I would probably say my number one news source is TikTok. Now, here's where me and the boss babe, we had an argument the other day. So I need y'all to chime in and give me your opinions. Do y'all read the comments? When you go watch a video on a social outlet, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, I would say those are your top 3. Do you go read the comments? I don't. I scroll, I watch the videos, and I move on. I very seldom, I won't say never, but I very seldom read the comments. Well, when me and the boss babe are laying in bed finishing our day and she's scrolling through her phone and then all of a sudden breaks out into a laugh. Yeah, folks, she reads all the comments. She dumpster dives into the 4,892 comments. I don't. So my question to you is, do you read the comments on the videos or do you just scroll? I just scroll. Stephanie is a comment reader. So that's number one. And then my other question to you is where do you get your news? Where do you, in today's world, and you can call it fake news or real news or whatever it might be. I think all of it is a little fake and all of it is a little real. But where do you choose to get your news update from? There you go. So that was my first thing on it. Guys, topic number 2. Are we all headed to Minnesota to start a daycare? Come on, folks. For real now. Is our government in that bad of a shape? It is on both sides, guys, and I'm not talking about right, left, red, blue, whatever it might be. It's all over the place. Is it really that simple to scam the government to get rich? I mean, to heck with playing the lottery. I mean, who wants to wake up and go to work every morning? Let's just rob the government, right? I mean, this is absolutely mind-boggling to me. And then my second part on the whole Minnesota thing is, at the end of the day, my perspective on a lot of things is right and wrong is wrong. Let me put that in perspective. We were watching the Olympics a few years back, and Stephanie tried to defend some controversial things on the TV because it was in France. And because it was in France, which was an artsy community that they were able to, and my argument to that, in to each his own, my argument to that was right is right, wrong is wrong. Right is right in America, right is right in France, right is right in China, right is right, and wrong is wrong. And so I've just been completely amazed by the people that are defending the people that have stolen my tax dollars. Guys, those are my tax dollars that I paid. So I don't want to get on a political rampage here, but I hate paying income taxes. And I hate seeing my money that I paid in income taxes be stolen, be wasteful, those type of things. So that's my take on the Minnesota. So who wants to join me on the next flight from Austin to Minnesota? Because we're going to go start some type of business. I don't know. We're going to start something. The last topic of the day is I just posted, excuse me, there you go. I mean, I may finish this thing in under 10 minutes. 10 minutes an episode. They say that's the niche place in the YouTube world and all that. So let's shoot for 10 minutes. All right. So I just posted on social media, every social media outlet out there, LinkedIn, everything, my real estate forecast for 2026. So let me give you a little bit of history on where we were at and where we're moving forward to. So 2022, we were coming out of the pandemic. The real estate market, at least in Central Texas. Now, one thing I do need y'all to do is when you're talking real estate, we can't talk nationwide. We've got to go hyper local. To be quite honest with you, the suburbs in Austin, to be real specific with you, Kyle and Buda are 2 different markets. And that's 2 suburbs of Austin, Texas. So you got to go hyper local when you're talking real estate in the year 2026. So 2022, we were coming out of the pandemic market. And in Central Texas, that means we were in the cray-cray market. All right. My kids call it cray-cray because it was crazy. All right. And then 2022, we were in the shifting market. Guys, in 2024, it crashed. It crashed. There were less real estate transactions in 2024 than any time in the last 35 years. And that last 35 years includes 2008. So yes, folks, 2024 was worse real estate wise than 2008. The reason why the news didn't tell you that all the time is because 2008 was economic. The whole nation economically was seeing, it was just bad. And then also, if you think about it, in 2024, we were having an election. So they didn't want to tell you everything then, no matter what side you were on, they didn't want to tell you the truth. And then also from 2020 to 2024, our government did not really allow foreclosures to happen. So We didn't have that part of it. But guys, it crashed. We can argue about that all day long. Call me. Let's go have a cup of coffee. The real estate market in 2024 crashed. 2025, we picked it up a smidgen. All right. We think I was in a meeting with a very high person within Keller Williams. Oh God, back in November, and his words were the winter explosion. Now, I don't know if we're going to have a winter explosion, right? We ain't even have a cold front yet, but is the market going up? I think it is. All right. Now, if the market goes up, that's a good thing for some people, and that's not such a good thing for other people. All right. So always remember, where there's good for some, it's going to be bad for others. So where is the market right now? The market right now is our interest rates are in the lowest they've been in 18 months. We're at high fives, low sixes. All right. And then new construction, Central Texas has a ton of new construction, which is making it harder to sell resale houses, to be quite honest with you. So if you're wanting to sell your house, you've got to understand one of your biggest competitors out there is the builder. All right. It's not the house being sold down the street. No. It's the builder in the next subdivision over. All right. So since 2024, we had the least amount of transactions ever. That tells us, guys, there's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines. And why are they sitting on the sidelines? Sellers are sitting on the sidelines because they want more money for their house. Buyers are sitting on the sidelines because they want those 3% interest rates. Well, folks, I hate to break the news to you. My parents are over 70 years old, and they saw 3% interest rates one time. All right. You may never see that again. Right. The 30-year average, I think it's the 30-year average for interest rates. 30-year average is 6.2%, something like that. And guys, that's where we're at. Right. So find the right deal. Don't worry so much about the interest rate. As long as it's not me. Guys, our parents, not me, but our parents have seen 18% interest rates. Imagine that. So we think the market's going to go up. One reason is because a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines. Another reason we think is because something's going on with my computer. There you go. Another reason that we think that the market is going to do well this year is because we have an administration. I don't want to say president because it's really not the president, it's the administration. We have an administration that is actively trying to stimulate the real estate market. All right. And whether you like the administration or not, they're trying to stimulate the real estate. And how do we know that they're trying to stimulate the real estate market? Because they came out with two ideas that we don't have signed, sealed, delivered yet. But those two ideas are, number one, take your loan with you. So many people say, Brad, I'm not going to sell my house because I don't want to lose my 3.25% interest rate. Well, they're working on a way that where you can possibly, and this is not in effect yet, all right, but they're called portable loans, which means you pick up and you take your loan with you to your next house. Wow, that's amazing, right? I don't think the lenders are going to like that very much, but that is something out there. The other one is the 50-year mortgage. Now, we could argue all day long. We could do an entire dad pod on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right. So, but what we do know is that the government is trying to stimulate the real estate market. So we got people sitting on the sideline. We've got the number two thing why I think the market's going to pick up is because the government is trying to stimulate the real estate market. And the third thing, folks, I'm doing this podcast or this live cast, whatever you want to call the dad pod, from Kyle, Texas. And we are in the Austin metro market. And at the end of the day, the Austin metro market is still one of the number one places to live in America. Think about that. So I think the real estate market's going to pick up. But if it does pick up, buyers, that may not be a good thing for you. So if you are thinking about buying, you might want to jump in now. So what else do I have to talk about? Well, guys, January, February, March, for us, the dad life is really going to kick in, right? The dad life is we've got gymnastics meets, we've got rodeos, we've got pig shows, we've got business to run. By the way, I still got to be a husband, right? So very, very, very busy time for us, but we are never too busy to help you find your dream house or help you sell your house. So if you ever need any real estate, guys, this laptop and this phone goes everywhere. It goes to every rodeo and goes to every gymnastics meet. So if you ever need anything, there you go. We're going to do this 50 times this year. We're right at 15 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to end this at 16 minutes. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I'll try to be funny. I'll try to be serious. I'll try to give you a little bit of news. I'll try to give you a little bit of inspiration. Who knows what's going to be on my mind, but we're going to try to do it every Monday. And if I can't do it on a Monday, it's probably because I'm doing it. I've got a dad responsibility, right? So we're going to do 50 episodes this year, one every week. This is episode number 1. Thank you all for watching and enjoying. Please comment. Do you get your news? Where do you get your news from? Do you read the comments? Do you think the real estate market's going to pick up or not? Are you going to Minnesota with me? Who's jumping on the plane to Minnesota with me, right? And so there you go, folks. Thank you all for joining. And until next time, enjoy life.